Created with free version for non-commercial use.
Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single, Chantel Monet. Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single, Chantel Monet. Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single, Chantel Monet. Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single, Chantel Monet.
Created with free version.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Chantel Monet, here for another episode of Living Single. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm not here by myself today. We have a special guest, co-host, but we're gonna get into the show. Today, we're gonna be talking about young dreamers and dreaming and all of that. And so I'm gonna introduce my co-host right now, and then we're gonna start from there. So today I have the privilege of hosting with my sister Monique Bevins, all the way from Hollywood, California.
Hollywood, California.
So introduce yourself. Oh yes. So introduce yourself to the people. Tell them a little bit about you. You know, what you're doing there, what you're doing in life now, and all of that.
Hey, y'all. I'm Monique. I'm a dancer, and I go to school in Los Angeles, California for performing arts to get my bachelor's in fine arts so that I can have a degree for what I want to do.
And what else?
My school is called American Musical and Dramatic Academy. It has 2 campuses, New York and Los Angeles. I'm 18, and I'm her sister.
Okay. So we're starting the show. We're getting to our main topic, which is about being a young dreamer, and so it's no other person more fitting to have on the show to talk about this than my sister, who is living out her dreams right now. If you would agree with that.
Yes, I would.
And so we're just going to talk a little bit about that, and if you have any questions that you want to ask or any comments you want to add, you can leave them in the comments on Facebook, or you can call in at 1-855-493-6499 to join the discussion here at the show. And if you have any questions specifically for her or me, you can drop them in the comments as well, or call the number, and we'll definitely answer them during the question and answer. So let's just start from the beginning. So when did you realize, what is your dream? Let's start there.
My dream is to travel with dance in any aspect of dance, not one specific, and then to later on teach dance, have my own academy, company, school, one of those.
And when did you realize that was your dream?
Probably like 4th grade or 5th grade. Before I went to middle school, definitely. I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. And so what compelled you, like what led you in that direction? What was it that?
I think just doing it versus doing other things, I just saw like how much love I had for it, and like how it made me feel and how easy it was for me to express myself through it, and it just was like an instant passion for it.
Right. And so we talked about passion last show, so it's good that you brought that up. But so if your dream, what were some of the steps you had to take, to get to where you are today?
I had to really like focus in on it
Mm-hmm.
to know like the aspects of it and what I want to do specifically, even though I don't have a specific like genre or style of dance that I want to do when I graduate. I have studied it so that I know the ones that I'm interested in the most and what I need to do to be able to be hired for certain jobs or qualify for certain gigs and stuff like that. So I just really had to study it and really focus in on it and take my time with it and try to develop and perfect my craft.
And so, what was some of the hardest parts of your journey here?
Probably like not giving up halfway through, like getting frustrated with it because it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to be easy. So just trying to stay driven and motivated within myself and trying to motivate myself to keep pushing towards my goals even when it seems like it's getting hard or like there's obstacles in between.
And so, that's a good point brought up, which is where I was going to go next. Like, did you ever, not fear, but did you ever have moments where, you wanted to give up? Like, what were those, triggers, I guess, or those situations that kind of made you feel like, maybe this isn't for me?
Probably in dance you like audition a lot for things. So when you audition and you don't necessarily make it into a cast or get the part that you want, sometimes it's discouraging, but you have to like look at the bigger picture of it. So I would say those are the most times when I was like, maybe this isn't right, or maybe I'm not ready yet, or maybe I shouldn't continue this because I keep like getting told no, but it's fine.
Okay. So what kind of like advice would you have for somebody who's trying to, I guess, do the same thing as you?
I would say to always have something that motivates you. Always have a why for what you're doing. Something that no matter what the circumstance is, when you think about that one thing, that one why you want to do it, it instantly sparks it again for you. It relights your flame. It gives you that drive, that motivation, that passion all over again when you think about that why, that one thing that you want, or that one person you want to do it for, or whatever it is. And to have a good, strong support system, people who believe in you, that can help you believe in yourself when times get hard because you can't do everything alone. And to just really take your time and really invest your full self in it, because you'll get nowhere if you don't.
And so, okay, let's talk about the fun stuff. Being in California. And so, you told them what school you go to and everything. And so how has that been? How has it been actually being there and actually being able to, do your craft and, for a majority of the time you're there? I mean, I think you should explain how your school differs from maybe regular university.
Well, California's great, first off. But my school is different because it's more so based on the performing arts. So I still have some academics, but not a boatload, whereas a normal university, you would probably have equal amount of both, if not more academics. We are very focused on our craft, so every day, for a majority of the day, I'm dancing, I'm training. But it's very fun. It's very different from what I've been used to. It's like you learn how to do things when you're younger, but now we're being taught the right way to do them. So it's not about just being able to do it, but it's about being able to do it correctly from the right places, to make it look nicer, to make it flow smoother, all of that.
So back to the original question I was asking, how is it now being there?
Being there is great. It's definitely an adjustment from being on this side because of time change and all that. So whenever I want to communicate with people, I got to think about what time it is where they are versus what time it is where I am, and hopefully hope that people would think about that before they, try to contact me. And so it's very different, and because it's college where you can kind of make your own schedule and stuff. I have classes at like different times of the day, so it's just something to get used to because I went from like going to school where all my classes from this time to this time, and then I'm done. No, I have like big gaps on some days, no gaps on some days, longer days, shorter days, 1 class, 5 classes. Like, it's just something to get adjusted to overall, but it's great.
And so how's it being in, doing your craft and dancing and things like that?
Like being able to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's good. Sometimes you'll start to like, because you're around a whole bunch of people that want to do the same thing as you, that helps to motivate you. But sometimes we see that we take it for granted, but every time like we start to take it for granted, we're like given a reason, or we see something that makes us really realize like to be grateful that we're able to go to a school where we can train, which most of our teachers and most of our peers can't or didn't have the opportunity when they were our age or anything like that, to really train in the aspect of dance that, or the aspect of the arts that you want to, and solely give your attention to mainly that, and to focus on being able to be in the industry once you graduate.
And so what keeps you motivated in like on this journey of school and auditions and things of that nature?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like, I'm just here because I'm here. Like I already said, I was here. I pay to be here, so I'm here. But sometimes it's like, I think it's like, because I have certain styles that I like favor in a lot, that are like the ones I really like, that sometimes I go and take extra classes or classes outside of school, like in studios around, of the styles that I really like, to bring the joy back to it. And that helps to motivate me to not just think about the training or the grading aspect of it, or how hard it is, but to just go back to trying to remember to have fun while I'm doing it. So that motivates me because it is fun and it's what I like to do.
Yeah. And so, okay, I read this quote and it says, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And so what is like the courageous part of you that has you continuing on to pursuing your dreams, like, because this is only the beginning of it. This is just the beginning step. But like what gives you that courage, that passion, that drive to just, against all odds, keep going?
What is my courageous part? I don't know. I think it's having so many examples of people who don't let anything stop them and just do like what they really love to do, even if it's multiple things, like to do it and complete it and then do something else. But so yeah, I think it's like the role models in my life, dancers, parents, teachers that I've had, that have went through the journey and have showed that greatness can come out of it. So it's not as fearful that you won't have success in it, whether it's arts or not. Right.
And so that's a good point you brought up, like role models. And so do you have any role models that are like for your dance, like dance role models, or maybe dance teachers, I guess I'm saying, that you maybe look to for motivation or inspiration, when maybe it doesn't seem like it's working out?
Definitely. I have a teacher at my school currently who is has like, I don't know how to, she deals with sicknesses. So to see her like still going through it and still being strong, still, even if she's not dancing as much, she's still teaching and giving off what she has to offer. That makes me like never want to give up, because if she could go through that and keep going, then I can do it when I'm not dealing with nothing but myself.
And so do you encourage people to find maybe role models, mentors, or like people just to look up to in their craft or wherever their dream is, to help out with the journey? Like, has it been beneficial, or is it just another part of it? If that makes sense.
It's definitely beneficial. I would definitely advise it, because that you always want somebody in your corner, and sometimes it's better to, even if you're not, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Oh, sometimes it's better to have people that you look at and they don't know you're looking at them. So just because you look up to someone or you like think of them as a role model or as a mentor, you might not necessarily have to tell them that, but you feed off their energy and you watch them and you learn from them. And sometimes it's better that way than if they do know, which you will always want to have people who know that you want them to like mentor you and stuff so that they can give you insight. But sometimes you learn better when you just watch how people naturally are and how they naturally adapt to things and change and grow.
Right. And so you think that it's important to have people, you know, like there may be celebrities or, you know, people, successful people that you don't have the access to, but that you can still watch and learn from, that are doing what you want to do, or that are maybe on the same, you know, just in the same general field as you, and that you can glean from and learn from.
Yes. I think that it's of importance when you want to do a certain craft such as the arts to study the people who have made it big, to study how they made it, how like what they went through, and like the journey they took, who they trained from, what they trained in, how they trained specifically, so that you can take and leave what you want and what you don't want that would personally help you.
Right, I agree. So if anybody has any comments or questions they want to ask or have us, you know, add to the conversation, you can again leave them in the comments on Facebook, or you can call in at 1-855-493-6499, and we'll take your calls and your questions and your comments. And so, okay, so what would be the next step after this? I mean, after that.
For me personally, I think that, well, of course, for my specific craft, I need an agent. I need to be with an agency, because that would be the easiest way for me to begin to audition and be looked at for certain jobs and things of that nature that I want to do. So even while in school, I can work on getting with the agency, so that by the time I get out, I will hopefully have one, and then a job, of course, so that I can dance. So in any style, pretty much, because I'm basically training in all of them right now, to just do what I love, and in a company, probably in a company setting sooner than later, so that it'll tour and I can travel and dance at the same time.
Okay. And so, you know, do you have to go back to the dream board, the vision board again for those next steps, because you're here now, you know what I'm saying? So this was a part of the dream and the vision that you had, and so do you have to revisit it to add to it? Like, you know, has it changed some?
It definitely has changed some, because before I went to college, I wasn't as open to all of the genres and the styles that I'm being exposed to now. So definitely in the direction I want to go is changing a little bit, because I'm learning new things and liking them more than I thought I would. But so I definitely would have to go back and just add in the details now that I've made it to one of the big points on it. Just to add the details, and yeah.
So, what advice would you give to someone who is having trouble, like, following their dreams, or even maybe making a concrete vision or plan, or setting a goal, you know, to reach there, because of maybe just their situations going on, like, it doesn't look like that it fits?
I would say as far as making a goal, I would say to start with a small one and try to accomplish that one first before trying to just make a big, broad one and not be able to reach it, especially if you're not sure in what you want to do yet. So to make a goal that's realistic for you, that you can accomplish within a certain amount of time. And my advice would to be just not to give up on it, to allow yourself to really trust the process and go through the process, and to self-motivate and have people in your corner that will help you to motivate you, because anything is possible when you put your mind to it.
Hashtag blessed. Okay, sorry. But so, okay, and so now in the next stages of this, as you go on, you graduate, you go to join a company or get a job, whatever it is. What is the importance for you for reaching back and helping other people?
Being able to see, like, in our generation, my generation,
No,
the same one.
not the same one. You're not a millennial.
In my generation, just how some people don't have access to certain things, I want to make it so that everyone doesn't have to go through that, in a sense, and so that there are multiple options and outlets for people to be able to study their craft, so that it's not just like one studio or two studios and they're so far away, but that there could be multiple, so that people have something else to do, something else to get into, even if it's not what they want to do in life, or even if it's just a hobby, something for fun, a stress reliever. I just want to be able to give that back to people.
I agree with that. That's important, because some people had to do that for us, to show us a different way, show us that, like, it's possible to achieve your goals and dreams and reach them the best way, possible. And so I think that's important. Is there anything that you would like to add about dreams, I guess?
I don't know. I would say, when you know. Like, if it's your dream, then you'll know. It might take time for you to get there, but it's definitely kind of a when you know thing. It's something that you can't get away from, no matter how hard you try. It's something that you, in a sense, don't want to get away from, even when it gets hard and you might want to give up. It's a part of you that always draws you back to it.
And so, okay, that's a good point. It's something that, like, you knew when you knew that it was your dream, your passion, that was what you wanted to do. There was nothing that could interrupt you or anything like that from it.
Right.
And so that you'll know, like, when it's your dream, when it's your goal, you'll know that it'll feel right. It'll be just right for you, and so that you'll feel like compelled to do it at any moment. Like off the plane.
Yeah, straight. Dance battle right now. Let's get it.
So we have a question. What would you tell parents that believe their child is a dancer? Where should they start? That question came from your mother.
Where should they start? Okay, you should start them in a dance school. Yes. If you think that is their dream, or if that is what they are showing or implying that they are interested in, definitely find a local dance studio and just get them started in a couple of the main classes, like ballet, modern, jazz, tap, any of those. Definitely ballet. Just to see, if they really like it or not, and to let them grow in it and start from there. And if they like it there, then maybe you could take it to school when they reach, like, middle school, high school level. If they go to, like, magnet schools or stuff like that, schools where they can do it in school as well, because that's a whole different outlet and source of opportunities there as well.
Okay, now she asked a good question, but what about the parents who think their child is a dancer and they really aren't? Not because they can't dance, but it's something that they don't want to do.
Don't force them. You'll be able to tell, like, for someone who doesn't want to dance and making them go through that, it'll be very dreadful, because it's a lot that you have to put into, a lot of effort, a lot of time, definitely a lot of patience with yourself to build up the tools and the muscles and all of that you need to be successful in these things. And it comes natural to some people, and others have to work for it. So if they just seem like they're not into it, just don't make them live that life, because it's not for them.
And so what's some, like, not steps, but, like, what are some key signs that, maybe they are a dancer? Maybe they're too young to express that they're a dancer, but that it just is a part of them.
just say, I don't know, because as a parent, I think you really know your children, kind of. So it's some kids that just dance around because they just have a lot of energy, and it's some because, like, that's just, you can just tell they like it. Or if, like, you turn on the TV and somebody dancing, they instantly are drawn to it anytime they see it, that kind of thing, then that might be the direction for them. Even if it's not their dream or their goal, it might be something that they're interested in, that they can grow to love, or that they might want to keep with them as they journey into whatever their dream is.
Okay, that's good. And so, next question two: what about the physical part? How do you prepare your body and take care of it for longevity?
So basically, there's a lot of stretching. Stretch every minute you are alive. As early as you can, just stretch and stretch some more and stretch some more. You begin to know your body as it develops and as you grow. So, properly warming up yourself, and in most dance classes you go to, you have a warm up and stuff like that. But if you're the type of person that needs to do certain things, then you get there early and warm up yourself. But always to stretch and warm up, and to know your body, know like how you can eat, how heavy, how light you need to eat while training, before and after, or just for your physical health. And as you train and dance, they show you the correct ways to do certain things so that it's not harmful to the body and that it doesn't hurt trying to force it, but how to really train your muscles and do exercises that will help you get to the place you want to be, like muscle memory, kind of.
What are some other important things to know as a dancer?
You should definitely know about, like, community-wise, the dance stuff that's happening, because that's a great way to be a part of an outlet, whether you're a part of it or you just go to support. You should know, like, the different genres. Like, there's so many, but at least the basic ones. And definitely should learn about your body, like anatomy classes for you, so you know the ins and outs. So when they talking about it, you're not lost, because they talk about it a lot, and you will be lost. So I would say really learn your body, and really learn like what you're good at and what you're not, so that you can work more towards what you're not and keep trying to perfect what you are good at.
I agree with that. I mean, I'm not a dancer, but I think of the dancers I know that's all the same. You know, they pretty much would say the same. And so, what anything else you would like to add?
Oh, yeah. And you have to know your body in the aspect of appearance. What looks good on you, to create clean, long lines, especially if you're auditioning. What makes you feel the most comfortable, so that you can be comfortable in your body to express through your body.
Makes sense. And so, thank you for coming on the show today. I'm glad I could have you while you stopped in to Baltimore.
Yep.
And so now we're going to have our motivational moment. And so the motivational moment is very simple. It's a simple saying, simple statement rather, and yet it is very powerful. And it's just this, that you have the right to choose or refuse. And so you're probably like, what does that mean? But it's exactly what it says. You have the right to choose or refuse. And as though we're talking about dreams, you have the right to choose or refuse what you want to allow into your life, into your space, because on the journey to your dreams, on the journey to obtaining those goals or whatever the case is, those decisions, that choice that you make will impact how easy or how hard the road is. And so you have the right to choose or refuse. You have the right to say no. You know, you have the right to say yes, and you have the right to decide that what is and isn't for you. You know, what you're going to allow into your space, who you're going to allow into your space, what words you're willing to receive. You know, what things you're willing to take on and believe about yourself, about what you're trying to do, about the likelihood of accomplishing it, about the road that you're on. And so you have that right to choose, you have that right to refuse, and you have that right to just, you know, you have the right to make a choice, you know, like the choice is yours. And so hopefully you're choosing things that are positive and inspirational that'll keep you motivated, remind you of your passion, keep your hope alive in the journey of your dreams and your goals, and not things that'll negate you from it and that'll cause you to turn the other way. And so just, reminding you that you have the right to choose or refuse. And so it's your choice. Make the right one. And thank you for joining us on another episode of Living Single. We'll see you next time.
For non-commercial use. Created with free version for non-commercial use.
Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single. Living Single, Chantel Monet. Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single. Living Single, Chantel Monet. Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single. Living Single, Chantel Monet. Send a text, call a friend, tell them that you're tuned in to Living Single.
Created with free version for non-commercial use.